And welcome back here to Game 2 of Friday Nights Live in the North Adelaide by Mr. Craig Schicker for this game. Looking forward to a big game here, mate.
It will be a good game. Both teams a little precursor to the finals, I suppose.
Coming in as we speak here, as we see Wilderness with the first ball out.
Jess Page shoots low. Carly Evans all over it early.
Carly Evans says, not in my house tonight. This is a big game for both.
First time tonight. And in for the first time tonight, Tone.
Yes.
Who have we got?
We've got Indy Williams, we've got Eloise Rowe and Abby Thorne. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Hey, did you bring, I asked the other girls before, did you bring your medals down tonight?
Yeah.
No, sorry.
Yeah, from Bonnie, which didn't go very far at all there, Shicks.
Little backhander shovel type thing.
And obviously just coming off that game there, two of you played tonight, one didn't. One just got a little bit of jet lag, I think.
Got back to 2:30.
2:30, Chinese dentist time. Back home at 2:30. Sorry, that's a dad joke. As a ball
Eloise, you didn't get stuck alongside Nathaniel the whole way home, did you?
No, I was away from him.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Could have been worse then.
As Jess Page comes around the corner and she pops that one away for her for the first goal of the night. Carly Evans not getting that one, so Wilderness one up here. So it's all right here with the ladies. So obviously a fantastic trip away, coming back with a bronze medal. You must be really proud of yourselves and your teammates.
Yeah, it was really exciting. It's good to come back with something after such a long time training and stuff.
How was the first game? How was the first game? The first moment, the first whistle, US. You guys look like it was like you're on the Indy missed out unfortunately, but how was it the first 5 minutes of that first game?
Very nerve-wracking, but you soon got into it. You kind of forget about the nerves and then realise what you got to do. And
just another game.
It is, yeah.
It's just Canada.
USA.
Same bloke, different haircut. One's up north, one's down south.
That's right. Caitlin Jenner took all the face off.
Yeah, took all the face off.
Maddie Jenner.
She's
Caitlin Jenner?
She's Kardashian, isn't she? I think we tried to do that, something like that.
That's the Kardashian dad.
That's Kardashian dad. Is she really difficult to take centre draws against?
Indy can answer that.
Come on, Indy. Time to scroll in. Indy, by the way, for our viewers out there, Indy loves it when she gets the opportunity to come on across the ATV or the ALN or whatever. She loves the opportunity to be in the limelight, as we see there with Kate Polsky just getting in the limelight. So yeah, Indy, how was that to take the centre draws?
I didn't take many against her, but it's just like wherever it goes, she can reach it well, because she was in centre most of the time, and we were doing what the coaches were asked, and we were like, yeah, we did well in centre.
And obviously you spoke of Maddie Copeland, all world, I believe.
She did amazing.
Amazing job.
How was the lead-up game, the trial game beforehand? Canada?
Yeah.
A couple of injuries. Canada in the warm-up game?
Yeah.
Is that right?
No, I hit my foot.
Okay, just a foot. And
was that the same foot you hurt over in the 18s?
But there was a
different injury.
A major injury. One of the defenders.
Did an ACL?
Yeah, that was in the week leading up to.
On the week leading up.
As we see your Australian comrade there just on the Living Choice replay. The girls said
she can definitely play attack. She has a ripper shot on her.
So we've got 2-1 here with Wildy up, and it's a pretty frenzied start to the game here. Plenty of scoring happening. It could be a 21-20 game at the end of the day if they keep going like this. As Karen Mortimer picks the ball up now.
Now, Eloise, you hung around after the tournament, did a little bit of travelling. Nathaniel showed you around a little bit, did he, brother? Big brother? No?
He tried, but didn't do very well.
Indy, you and your family were lucky to hang out with Coach Jen for a little bit afterwards.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yep.
We saw a lot of cool things, and she toured us around Baltimore.
Awesome. Abby, you have any extra time over there?
I just stayed in Toronto for a bit and just chilled out before I came back.
Early with Dana, as Hannah just fires a ball through here, and that ball's going to go out of bounds and turn over to Glenelg. We said to the girls earlier, the amount of support you had over there from family and friends. I mean, while we were watching the live streams every morning, mind you, we were up early, we were supporting. There was no commentary, but you could hear.
Or I think, obviously I haven't been there previous campaigns, but
it must have been a huge experience for parents, your parents going over and watching you. They must have been really proud to be watching you get a bronze medal at the end of the tournament.
Yeah, a few tears.
I think we were lucky that our parents could have the opportunity to come away with us and have so many supporters and family there. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
How lucky is it to have the chance to go to one under-19 World Cup? Indy, you got another chance. Eloise, another chance as well?
Neither.
We both just miss out.
Whoa, time.
By a
That's
couple
terrible
months.
information time. Terrible information from you.
See that? He's throwing me under the bus. I'm only coming from the producer. No, I'm not. No,
The only one in our team that has another chance is Osha Levy.
Osha. Okay.
Because you're one of the old ducks in the team.
No, I was average. I'm 17.
Hannah again just popping another one away. That's her second for the game, and they played some offence over in Canada.
Probably missing her a bit, so she's coming out for home now.
So what was your we'll ask individually, what was your best experience over there, Indy? Apart from winning a bronze medal. No, you can, because that way we get you out of the way.
I think it was just the moments we had as a team together, and it wasn't necessarily on the field. Yes, I'm friends with them for my whole life, and I think that's what's most special.
Yeah, I think that's one of the greatest things with this sport is that you create brothers and sisters almost in these, whether it be state tournaments or international tournaments, or the people you play against in Canada or the Canadian teams, American teams. Obviously.
Sarah Falcioni, puts away the 4-4-1 really up early.
4-1. You would be equal first with them, but no, that you will jump. So Brighton will jump by 2 points. So you could be potentially at the end of the night the minor premiers. So there you go. There you go. So Indy doing so obviously the support you had from and the teamship. Eloise, what about you? On a personal note or a
I think the national anthem, lining up as a team together, that's a moment we'll all remember forever.
Who was the loudest singer?
Dana's mum in the crowd.
Oh, I see. Jules.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So every year at Glenelg, she wants to do a Glenelg's Got Talent, and she said she wants to be the singer.
Oh my God, she'd win.
Compete every
For
time.
sure, she'd win.
Jules, good luck to her. So the anthem, you enjoyed the singing?
Not the singing, but
Who in the team?
Who in the team was the loudest singer?
Scared to have a sing.
yeah, probably Hannah Goff.
Yeah, she's
she's proud.
Well, she's looking like she's bringing it out here tonight and singing her own tune with a couple of goals early.
They breed them loud and proud at Wilderness.
And Abby, what about you?
Probably similar to Indy, the time with the team, and I really enjoyed the week before at Baltimore with the team because that was just amazing. It was just team
experience.
time the whole time. It was awesome.
And obviously had an amazing group of coaches.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
learn a lot through the whole experience from coaching staff.
Yeah.
And Chicks was saying early with Jen Adams.
We had a game against Mexico, and afterwards every player on that team got an individual photo with Jen.
Really?
And she was there oh my God, another one.
And you're going, well, we're just going to go back and have cheese toasties because Addie's making them for us with Jen tonight. So I hear they were a bit of a specialty over there.
Yeah,
Pre-game meal.
We loved our cheese toast.
So the old carbo loading early.
Yeah.
Get the cheese toasties.
No Vegemite?
No.
No Vegemite for anyone?
We took Vegemite over.
You did, but no one...
What did you do? Did you try and give it to the US guys and say, here, try this before the game, it's really good for you?
We put it on rice crackers.
On rice crackers. Okay, so that could be the secret to winning bronze medal, Chicks. Rice crackers and
Jot that down.
and Vegemite. Chicks is obviously coaching the under-19 Australian team, so he's just got a piece of paper writing it down as we see Sarah Falcioni coming around the side and wielding out to an amazing start here with their 5-1 up, and we see there with Sarah with her second of the game. And Glenelg is certainly going to have to get back into this game very quickly.
Back to the Brighton Sturt game. Pretty spread out performance tonight. No real standouts, you'd think.
No.
Everyone collecting on the board just about. Offense looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Our focus was to play a team game, and I think we did that.
Yep.
Yeah, it was good.
Sturt are down and out at the moment with a couple of key players away, but you made very light work. Addie was okay at times in goals.
She's so hard to play against.
Yeah, no, she's awesome.
What do we have here? Cassidy had 4. A whole heap of 2s. Colleen, Hannah Mathwin, Beth Varga coming back. Her comeback's getting better and better.
Definitely.
3.
Indy and Abby
2.
with a couple of themselves.
Yep. Mum with one. Only one tonight. She's not going to be happy about that.
I reckon she tried to feed Zeph a couple of times off that side and missed her twice and made Zeph run all the way out to the boundary there earlier too. Did Zeph give her a little bit about that? So we've got a timeout here with about 4.5 minutes to go in this first term. And Wildy, out the box like a greyhound at the moment here, Shicks. They're 5-1 up, and Glenelg certainly going to have to pull something out of the bag here as we see coaching staff in sort of all the heads almost down coming off the field there from the Glenelg coaching staff. Maybe Stewie was looking to see whether his shoes were tied up. And stay tuned though, tomorrow, a couple of really important games in the men's. The men's go to the semi-finals tomorrow, and we've got Glenelg and Woodville, Mr. Schicker, early at 3 o'clock. You'd be glad to be playing at that time of the day.
Yeah, love it.
And then later at the night we have the first semi there where we've got Burnside playing Brighton. The winner of that straight through to the grand final. The loser will play the winner of the Glenelg-Woodville game. And we look forward to bringing you that live and free on LSA TV, both through the Facebook page and on YouTube for your high definition. Or better than that, get down to Glenelg Lacrosse Club tomorrow night as Jess Page just goes about her work, being hustled by Laura Evans. And Jess Page coming off a really good South Australian women's team this year. Did a really good job over there in Melbourne.
How about on tour, girls, over there in the downtime? Was there much banter about under-18 champions, state champions?
Oh, there was a
banter
lot.
about that.
was a bit.
SA girls, the front of the line,
Yeah,
type
we
of
were
stuff.
winning it this year.
Yeah, they always try to come at us. But
Beautiful.
just gotta remind them.
Great take there from Julie Christie down low. Sarah Falcioni just popped that one into the centre. We'll see on the Living Choice instant replay here. See Sarah Falcioni just look. Julie Christie runs off the top. Great grab down low and pops that one over at Wildy this year.
Yeah, she is amazing. And she was very...
She did go to her first footy game over there too to watch Richmond and had her first pie and sauce over there. I may have been at the bar when she ordered that one.
Very Australian of her to spill it on her jumper too.
It was, wasn't it? So she got to see the Tigers in Geelong, I think, that night, and enjoyed the footy. But so obviously finals coming up. You've got, well, some of you in the under-18s, so you're all in the under-18s. Because Geordie was telling me, they beat you on the weekend, but I said the girls weren't there. So you'd be looking forward in the 18s to getting the job done, and then obviously the Women's State League as well. Maybe just they're in the. No, I don't believe they are. So I think it's Glenelg.
No, Burnside and St. Peter's.
Oh, is it? Okay,
team.
the combined side. Okay.
Excellent.
So you'll obviously in the under-18s come up against Glenelg in the first final. Well, obviously you've got one more game tomorrow, and then off to the finals. So you'd be looking forward to playing a bit of finals.
Yeah.
I mean, after a final in a world championship as a bronze medal, the coach killer. That kills coaches when you throw the ball away like that, just quietly. As Glenelg will take the ball in, and they're going to need to find something here or someone to stand up, because at the moment it's 6-1 here with about 30 seconds to go, and the ball is going to go back to Wildy. So
we'll hear the cowbell in a minute.
I'm going to the cage. How do you stop that as a defender?
Close your eyes, grit your teeth.
Oh.
Take the hit.
Take the hit. Take one for the team, so to speak.
It's roadkill.
So Laura Evans with the ball here down the back. Limited time, and Laura just dropping a cowbell going off. Or the Tour de France. But guys wouldn't be that upset to see this, with Glenelg showing a little bit of under pressure, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, but I'm sure if they lost tonight, they'd come out firing against us. So.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good work against you.
The Wilderness lacrosse side, and goal scorers in that first quarter. We had Sarah Falcioni with 2. Jess Page got on the board early with 1. Julie Christie with a great grab down the bottom here, just low, and Hannah Goff, your Australian teammate, just popping a couple away, all the way from defence. So maybe she played that much defence over there that she thought, I really need to score some goals tonight.
Yeah, I reckon so.
Yep. And obviously for Glenelg, the one lone goal scorer at the moment is Kate Polsky. So we will head to our sponsors here, Traditional Verandas, Carports, Roofing and Guttering.
John Wood here for Living Choice Fullerton, a luxury retirement village which is set to become the most exclusive retirement living address in Adelaide. Keith, what's your verdict?
I'm impressed, John. These apartments really do have the wow factor, and you can choose from spacious one-bedroom apartments through to ultra-luxurious penthouses.
Location, luxury, lifestyle and living well. Once again, Living Choice is...
On the camera up there, not on me, on these girls. These girls are the ones we need to see. They're the bronze medalists. Just have a look up there and give a big wave to the camera. They are some of your Australian under-19 bronze medalists right there, and we appreciate them for coming in for the first quarter here. We've obviously just played a game, and you're probably ready to go and stretch down maybe. His lap here in a minute and go to sleep. So Abby Thorne, Indy Williams and Eloise Rowe, thank you very much for joining us on Lacrosse SA TV. We look forward to watching what you guys do in the finals and upcoming for the rest of the State League season and under-18 season, and hopefully we'll be able to say your name plenty of times on the live streams.
Good luck in the under-18s.
Thank you.
Tasha Skirch reckons she's got you covered.
She probably does.
So look out.
Yeah, so anyway, we thank the girls for coming in as we the girls here just get back out towards for the second quarter. We thank them very much, and as said, on behalf of all the Australian public, we congratulate you on a fantastic World Championships.
We're very
proud.
We're
we are very,
proud.
very proud of you. And we watched
Super work.
just about every game over there.
Super.
Even though they didn't have
Heard us over
over the crowd.
Yeah.
18s
Thank
and
you.
for the rest of the lacrosse season.
Good luck,
So,
girls.
thank you. As we come back into the back here, Kate Polsky against Jess Page, who just flicks the ball out, and a great pick up there on the cue by Hannah Goff. Jess. Definitely Jess Page, not Jeff. So, a bit of a game going on here, and Glenelg will want to get some offence. As the ball just gets pumped into the centre there, but well picked up by Wildy. And Wildy have certainly come to play tonight, Chicks.
They have. Wildy really have. Now, I'm always amazed because they don't have fill-ins throughout. So, open there again. That might have been.
So Lucinda was on the crease there.
It was Lucinda Silvestri, wasn't it?
Yeah, she was on the crease there. The ball just popped a little bit high over the top. And Glenelg with the ball, and Talia just trying to work an advantage played. Good.
Jess Page, interception. Lovely.
Yeah, that doesn't show that much advantage, does it? But the ball's certainly hitting the ball the ground a bit here now. Is that a little bit of pressure being shown by both sides, or just maybe the weather?
I think Glenelg might have got the proverbial thrown at them during the break, because they're coming back out with a bit more venom in their game here. This isn't acceptable. 6-1 down against a team who we would like to be thinking we're on top of. Who are third? They are third. They've had a good year.
And as I said, while both these teams, Bob Glenelg will have a second chance. I mean, it's always nice to get that minor premiership, isn't it?
That's right. So Glenelg will be looking to get Bonnie Wells into the game. The boss over here, number 13, she'll be looking to get a bit more ball on the stick. Jamie Dinning hasn't had much of it.
Hasn't had a great deal of it, but she's been good in the last few weeks. Jamie with 5 or 6. Just seems to pop them away, but good defence there. Getting on the board as we see Karen Mortimer just going about her work, but run.
Going to be long. It was a matter of, okay, girls.
So we see here on the Living Choice instant replay, Karen Mortimer just going about her work down the back there, finds a hole. Hannah Goff just leaving a little bit of a sunlight there, and that's enough for Karen to get one in there, and they get a well-deserved goal back that they really do need. So that's 6-2 early in the second term.
Geez, Bryony just came off the line ever so much. And Karen was able to flick it in the left and find some rope in the back. So 6-2. Glenelg trying to claw their way back. Centre draws are going to be important here, Tone.
As I said, it is a marathon, not a sprint out there. And while Wildy certainly got away to a big start, the ball's just starting to roll their way a little bit here, the Seahawks. So we see Kata Polsky. She got a goal early in the first, as we see Laura Evans, who was told by Cassidy Doster of Brighton last week that she was the toughest defender she's played on in the Women's State League this year.
Well, she's lost her power, old Sampson over there. She's had her stick. She's misplaced her stick, so she's got to refine some...
Oh, she's lost her...
She's lost her Excalibur.
Karen Mortimer says not.
Woodville, wasn't it? Lost at Woodville.
Lost at Woodville.
Big shout out, number 13 there. Unlucky for some. 2 in a row. The boss.
So if anyone's found Laura's stick, it'd be great if you could find a way back to her. I mean, we all have our magic wands, don't we? And when you lose them, a yellow and white number.
Yep.
So if anyone's picked it up by mistake and they've got it, I'm sure they can drop it back or just get us on the comments. So if you've happened to pick up an inherent stick, which is yellow and white, and down at Woodville, I'm sure. Oh, there you go. So don't want to lose it. Oh, that is a massive face plant there from Jess Page as she gets up. But shows the intensity that Wilderness have come out with tonight, isn't it?
Yep. She's had a big can of Red Bull.
Can Karen get her third in as many minutes? Well, I think she can if she can get past there. Just kicked it down there to Denning.
1-2. Not
oh, that's going to be
here we go.
3 seconds. Tam found a few of them last week. So certainly watching, and that has left.
Julie Christie.
And Bonnie Wells just.
She'll go to Laura here in a minute. They'll move through.
As we see Laura just driving down.
Little Ellie Dodge. Darcy Beckett, Jamie Dinning, organising something at X. Little 2-man game.
Kicking
couple
through.
Cutters.
Bonnie Wells and Darcy
open.
Beckett. She doesn't mind a goal either. There's plenty
good
of.
Good handle. Drew too. Good handle.
Plenty of pop and bubbles there that didn't get picked up. It's a very unique call.
Oh, gee, I tell you what. All I heard was snap, crackle, pop.
As we see Karen working around. Kicks it down to Jamie, looking for, nice backdoor cut there.
Hot ball though.
But that was, that's a push. That was an offside. I thought Talia might have got a bit of a one in the back there to push that over.
Here we go. This is the advantage of the
non-advantage
of the free play here. Quick movement. Here we go. Okay.
So steps inside there, kicks it out to Sarah, and we're going to have 3 seconds again.
Ball in the back corner. Ball deep in the back corner.
Deep in the back corner.
But you can't stand in the fan.
Well, we've got 2 out. So they deem that there's 2 of them standing in there. That certainly gives Wilderness an opportunity here if they move the ball quickly, but they're certainly not moving the ball on. And Sarah with the ball now. She's looking to feed.
Good control.
Really hard person to defend on. And good there from Carly.
You've got to be good to get past her. They were early, Wildy, but struggling at the moment.
So Glenelg, if they could eke another one back here and get it to a 6-4 game, I think they'd be pretty happy with that with about 7 minutes to go. As we see some substitutions just happening there.
Some fresh legs. Some speed demons come out.
So was not necessarily going to play tonight.
Geez, threading the needle, so to speak.
Well, let's hope she keeps threading it tonight to her teammates in the... and there we go, Darcy Beckett looking inside, or that's just a pump in the crease.
It's not a good ball.
And there's
3 on 1.
3 blues, 1 white.
Keeper.
And Keeper has it now and kicks it out to the left-hand side, and Wurry are off to the races.
Dinning showing some speed, turning the clock back.
And good into defence there from Jamie Dinning.
Yeah, blocked up the hole, that's good. Wildy have to go down low. Couldn't go to X. Back up the top. Glenelg will match up.
And again, thanks to Braden Munn for the camera work on the first game, and obviously Alan Marankovic standing up there in the warmer air that is upstairs on the camera tonight. And our traditional veranda
on top of the veranda
and
they're filming
carports, roofing and guttering. I'll tell you, they would build the camera guys here an amazing structure to sit on as
Kylie Evans again.
like don't do that.
Ruby's out of boat right.
As a brick wall, and that's just
Wasteful, aren't they?
just need a little bit more patience here, the Seahawks, but great pickup. And here we go.
Off to the races.
Off to the races. She's got Beckett. Got Beckett out on the left-hand side here as well. But I think there's another one, and Bonnie Wells just goes.
You're joking.
Okay, we're going to have a card here.
Yeah, and that is a no score, isn't it? That is a no score.
That was a fantastic shot there.
And the defence there wasn't so bad from young Jasmine Newmarch, I reckon.
Yeah, she's got a yellow card though, so she'll sit down for 2 minutes.
I'll tell you what, you as a coach would expect... and
Didn't stop the first one, you're not going to stop the second one.
The hand cannon.
And Bonnie Wells just goal scores. Because at the end of the day, it's a bigger advantage to have that than a penalty.
Well, let's have the viewers at home have their say, Tone.
Yeah, if you...
Do we allow that first shot from Bonnie Wells to be classed as a goal after the penalty, or do we stop it as it was?
Because we play this advantage rule
Great contested
in the women's game, the flag goes up, or the shot was had basically as the pressure came.
Yeah.
So for me, in the men's game that'll count.
Yeah.
There's no advantage. There is an advantage, and here we go. There's an advantage here.
Now,
as Evans with another big save.
Good. But what I'll say there, Tone, that was poor.
So we're going to have a poll online here to say whether or not where there's a penalty had in the women's game and there's a goal goes in on that shot, whether that advantage should be played to score it a goal. If that is long-winded, basically, if there's a flag thrown and there's a goal scored, does it still count?
That is it Alyssa or Eliza?
Eliza,
fantastic running and clearing.
Oh.
Good D though there in the end by the Evergreen. Elle Evans.
Playing a bit of basketball here though, aren't they? Not quite like Marvel Stadium last night from what I hear, but certainly going up and down the court.
Bouncing around on the ring. There was like a ring, boxing ring underneath the basketball court.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, it was elevated over in Marvel Stadium, so anyone sitting in a great pickup here, and many.
Should penalties be called up or let go as a goal is scored? Yes or no?
Yes or no. Simple. All you've got to do is get on and press yes or no.
Don't be shy, sports fans. Get involved.
Let the viewers have their say. So if you're sitting there, put your glass of red wine down or your nice Scotch and Coke. So we have 6-4 here in the way of Wilderness. And Wilderness coming out for that 6-1 lead. And Glenelg just starting to come back. And Jamie Denning going about her work.
Yeah, ISO back corner. Good crashing D there, Lucinda.
Good crash. Looks on the back to Darcy Beckett. Oh, another big there. That one's come across. And Darcy Beckett will have the ball out here. So another opportunity for Glenelg to get one on the board with about 2 minutes to go.
As umpire Voisey, without the fluoros, waves the plane in.
There we go. Oh, just a bit.
Yeah, it wasn't. Well, yeah, you're right.
Not to be nasty, but that was.
It was just execution.
The thought process was correct.
I think the shot
execution
was
not quite right, and Glenelg wouldn't mind turning this ball over here as Darcy Beckett goes about her work. Really good across the ground here though from the Seahawks, but look at the pace going there from Lucinda.
Good chase down by Kata Polsky. The speeds to Dana Johnson over to push her wide, so that's very good D. Jess Morrison playing a lot of D down there. Who's she got there?
She's normally playing up the field just a little bit more. Some of these numbers for Wildy just a little hard to pick up in this light with the white numbers.
That looks like it could be.
Is that Ilya?
I think it
across?
is. Yes, it
Yeah.
is too.
So Jet Women's State League team.
Got to promote the ball here through X.
But she's had her go. She now needs to get it off, and throwing it like that, that's a lazy throw.
Well, it's a
again,
fatigue throw. She's run the length of the field. It has to go down the line through to X instead.
But
lazy pass up the top, turnover.
And good save from Carly Evans.
Lucky you got a brick wall standing in front of the net.
Now, boys, just
as the time goes,
as the halftime goes, during the halftime break, in case you didn't quite pick up, it was advertised earlier tonight, the episode 1 of Game Changers, the documentary series about the Hall of Fame, the 1985 to 1995, the 11 in a row. So
fantastic team that was.
Episode 1 got sort of looked up as to how they actually changed the game and made.
They had plenty of fans back then, didn't they?
They played in the summertime. They needed to cool down.
In the summertime
when the fans were
won.
So do make sure you go and check that out. But we are going to have a bit of a quick little chat from our sponsors while we do this.
Friendly community in a location overlooking the stunning Adelaide city skyline and its tree-lined surrounds. You're just minutes from prestigious shopping precincts, and it's only a stroll to beautiful parks and gardens. Imagine luxury living and 5-star facilities awarded 3 times as the best of the best. A place that values your independence and offers a wide variety of lifestyle options. A place for you to call home. Welcome to Living Choice Fullerton, Adelaide's finest retirement living. With a range of quality accommodation off the appointed 1, 2 or 3 bedroom apartments, or choose one of our stunning penthouses offering sweeping views. You'll see the value of good design in these light and airy homes, each designed and built to the high level of luxury you've worked hard for and deserve. You can relax knowing all building exterior maintenance is taken care of, so you'll never have to. Your 5-star lifestyle includes an on-site restaurant, Damien on Fisher and Hudson's Cafe for delicious all-day dining. An indoor heated pool if you love to swim. Get creative in the art and craft studio. Enjoy a movie in our surround sound movie theatre. Be pampered in our hair and beauty salon. Or play tennis. There's always something happening for you to be a part of. You're cared for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Even if you never need it, it's reassuring to know that specialist staff are on site 24 hours. At our on-site wellness centre, both healthcare and fitness professionals offer a wide range of services. And you have 24-hour emergency response at the touch of a button. Living Choice Fullerton, Adelaide's finest retirement living, where you have the choice of luxury and the luxury of choice. For more information on how you can become part of our community, please call 1800 055 749 or visit Living Choice.
Welcome back across SA fans. The poll is up. Don't be scared. Don't be frightened. Get involved. The question is, Marty, now that we get the
technology.
Yep. Should penalties be called up or let go when there's a goal scored?
I'm going to put my vote in, chicks. Let it go.
Let it go.
Me?
We'll let it run for a little bit.
Yeah, let's get it at the end of this quarter. Okay. Give everyone a chance to get on board and get interactive with LSA TV live on the Friday night as we see the game about to kick in again here.
Massive second quarter from Carly Evans.
Had a massive fight back. Kept a clean sheet in that second quarter as Jess Page comes out of the centre just like she did in the first quarter with the first.
Did you say Jess?
I did say Jess. Yep. So as Sarah goes about her work, good defence there, but it's drawn 2.
Play the advantage rule. Goal scores.
Okay, we've got 3-second call here again. So, yeah, a scoreless quarter that time by Wilderness and mainly set up by Carly Evans. So she's going to have to continue to be big for the rest of this game.
Yep.
As Sarah goes about her work.
Lost her.
Sarah needs to move the ball on now. Kicks it down to Julie Christie. Oh, there she is again, just on cue.
Evans.
Carly Evans with a massive save up the top.
And
a big bomb. Just pops it into the path. Collision coming here.
Terrible clear. The most athletic, quickest girl in the field standing back there ready to mop up Jess Page.
We'll look inside there to Silvestri. And another big save there from Evans. Now Evans has found Jess Morrison. If she kicks it over here to Mortimer, should have given that to Karen then, because certainly kept herself under pressure by putting the ball out here.
Good D. I like that from Eliza.
Eliza.
Okay, we'll go with Eliza.
Or no, we could call her Eliza.
No, it's probably me.
Eliza.
Probably me.
So
grew up in the West.
The West?
Yeah.
I come from the North, mate.
That's why I was a little late tonight.
As pops down the door, again, just trying to pump the crease with not much. They hadn't really moved the ball then, chicks, and just.
She's the only one seeing sun in Adelaide, though. Got the tan
Got
happening.
the tan on.
Silvestri up top. Goff. Falcioni.
Oh.
Inside roll.
And they've just got some patience here, haven't they? They're just showing a little bit more patience, and Carly can only keep the floodgates shut for so long.
Well, I think we've now spoken about
stepped in the crease.
Has too.
And she'll just throw it over to Carly. So what can Carly do here? She's had one good clear, one terrible clear. And just assessing her options now.
A little more controlled. Beck steer breaks
I like
back.
the colours in that mesh though.
B Wells.
Very good. I love the colours of that mesh of Carly Evans at the moment. She's certainly got it going on. Down there, very colourful.
Rainbow, she's holding on to a little pot of gold, isn't she?
A little pot of gold. Well, it's working, isn't it?
Little leprechaun.
To be sure, to be sure.
Yes. Whistle going here. 3 seconds. Okay.
There you go.
OPSM.
And there we go. Polsky round the outside, round the outside. And good save down there from the keeper.
Flag was lifted, but advantage paid.
So, interesting period of the game here with both keepers standing up for their respective teams. Really difficult to get goals after what was a bit of an avalanche in that first quarter from Wildy, and then Glenelg coming back really well.
You know, Tone, what I picked up in watching the Under-19 Girls World Cup.
Oh, that could hurt. That's Jess Page. That's not one you want to get out, but Laura Evans, defender. Yep. They're working really hard, aren't they, those two?
She's bumped. She's gone.
Yep. Jess says, let me off. I've had enough. There she goes. She says, sub, please. And she's just going to go over into the defensive end. And Carly Evans with another massive save down low. Bench too, because those two running together. But Bonnie Wells. Oh, we've got to push there. Advantage.
So what I was saying before there, Tom,
sorry, yes, mate.
When the US girls at the World Cup were driving on cage and in the fan, and a flag was raised, they dropped the ball because the result
is, I say it often, chicks.
Yep.
If that was a rule in the men's game, there would be a lot of keepers who just wouldn't be keepers, would they?
No, that's correct.
So we see the shot there from Kay Mortimer, just popping that one over the top, but Glenelg with the backup. And yeah, and why wouldn't you? You know, you get there with a free shot, you drop the ball, all of a sudden you got a free shot, and that's probably really smart play.
I'm no expert, but I think it's a skill that the Australian girls don't execute as well as they should.
Yep.
I think when they start in that shooting position, they have the stick in front of them, whereas the US girls have the stick cocked in the shooting
ready to go.
Action ready to go. So it's a one-action shot rather than a two-action shot.
Yeah, well, they do. They seem to bring it from down here, cradle, and then by the time they get that, most people are, you know, the crash happens very quickly because they're ready for it.
Anyway, back to live action here.
Darcy Beckett down the back here, just running around the backside. Kicks it over to Karen Mortimer, and she has Done a power of work for her Seahawks colleagues down there. Looks
One,
inside, and that's Bonnie Wells just says, nope, I'm going to lock and load that one, but just place that one. And
nice little shake and bait. Mortimer up the top, drew the double. Smart players go down to X. Laura Evans, Julie Christie lost her feet, but Bonnie Marie Wells, the BMW, on the doorstep. She's going to score that every day.
Class every day of the week when you see that driving towards the cage.
Yep.
So we're 6-5 here at the beautiful North Adelaide Lacrosse Club. It's actually beautiful out here. The breeze is not too bad, and it's a little cool, but you'd expect that this time of the year, at this time of the night.
That's right.
But if you want to be warm, why wouldn't you get traditional verandas, carports, roofing and guttering to build you something to keep you cosy, maybe for next winter? So
that'd be my choice, Tone. It may not be a living choice, but it would be a good choice.
It's Boom Boom, as our sponsors are just living it up here.
Oh, Axe.
And that has...
The
Royal Show is coming, and there's a fair bit of wood chopping going on there later in the next month.
Good running there, Silvestri, I would think. Outside, Borovnik bails her up.
Okay, so if you are experiencing us in a stuttering position, we may be having some bandwidth-ish.
Well, we have noticed between the hours of 8 and 10 o'clock, the bandwidth which has been sucked up by most houses around here. I don't know what they're downloading or watching.
Well, at least they've got copper cables to run the lights, because there's been a few of them go missing, and maybe they've hooked them into their bandwidths to get the extra. As Sarah Falcioni just goes about her work here. Borovnik just letting her get top.
And a world-class player like Sarah Falcioni, gold medal winner at the Senior World Cup, just puts it away on her left.
And
gives Willie a bit of breathing space.
Not too many Australian females who have one of those. Or males for that instance.
No, correct.
And but you just saw it. You just got topside, and then let her get. And once you get to there, against a player like that, you're not going to. You're certainly not going to stop.
Nice little drop step from Azzo there. Brody Borovnik was playing good D up until then. Just followed the stick where she needed to stay on the hip.
And bit of wood chop and wood chop wood. Sarah with her third for the evening, which is not a bad effort out of 7.
Pre-check.
This
pre-check by Page.
One of those younger players who's certainly has yet to trouble the scorer. So you know they've got plenty of work up there. Oh, Laura Evans just pops inside. Good attack at the cage there from Evans. But again, the ball's just hit the ground, and 1-1. This could be an interesting one if Glenelg picked the ball up here. As the ball is back in the goalie's stick.
Bryony says we'll just relax a little bit here.
Good outlet.
Trading error.
Maybe that's Shiner chicks that ball.
Well, yeah, I would expect an attacker to say that.
But well, you got to find an excuse for something, don't you? Yeah. And I tell you, he got one earlier and just stopped the feet moving there. Ilya Cross, and just didn't keep the feet moving. Would have caught that if she had. But to no damage here, as she's got inside here. Good defence, and there's again good check. Certainly, although I don't mind at the moment, there's a fair bit which has normally got picked up, been getting let go, and as we see Karen Mortimer, and here we go, Jess Page if she's quick. Sorry, Jess Morrison. Jess Page is quick. But
missed the pass, didn't she?
Just held it too long. Yeah, you know, those ones there, you give it early and keep going, because you're probably going to give it back.
You don't need to wait for the defender to put pressure on you, but as soon as she commits pass.
Well, why would you want to put pressure on yourself when you've got an opportunity?
Young and learning.
Yeah. If she had that again, I'm sure she would like to do it. And the clearing here from the Wilderness keeper has been really good, Bryony. Has hit, I reckon she's hit every outlet that she's thrown tonight.
She's very astute in her clearing, and so are Wilderness. They love to stretch teams.
Here's the one with Sarah. She's just popped out the back with
That's right.
Laura Evans, and that's where they were. Oh, that's a massive pick. Just in front of us.
And she's away.
And, good knockdown, but Julie Christie all over it. She's had a really good year, both at Wilderness and South Australia, being an all-star in the Nationals this year.
She's been important for Wildy, hasn't she?
So Julie just in front of us here, kicks it up to Sarah. And obviously Wildy still out to a 7-5 lead here. About 3 minutes to go in the third term.
Yeah, just close the screws at the eye. I think you've got to shut down Azza. You've got to get to her before she can get that head of steam up.
Oh, good check. Good check. But
like
Laura Evans, she's doing a power of work at defence. Well, she's doing a power of work across the field at the moment. You can hear Carly. She's the good goalies always have that real good voice, don't they?
They do.
Julie Christie kicks it down in the bottom here.
Oh, yeah.
Early across.
Just
against the tide.
Completely lost in the defensive end, but comes up with a takeaway.
And there we go. Julie Christie.
Chelsea.
Oh, that's... I don't know if that goes out. This probably works for Glenelg, but you'd like to see her almost keep running in that situation because there was definite shadow of the defender on the offensive player. And
probably can't go at 100%. I think she's playing a little bit within herself, Chelsea. She doesn't want to
true, given
undo all that good work.
That gastro.
Correct.
See her running down the side rather than...
something else running down her side.
Oh, boom, boom. Chicks just... Hey, comedy duo plus.
Levens holding onto the ball here. Morrison spills, picks up, collects.
Good dazzle. Get to the defender. Have a go. If it's not there, move it on
Bit of space
and
for
make
Johnson,
it again. But
Dana
Johnson. Oh,
quick enough to
there was Jess Page, and you'd want to be quick there.
Say Jess.
Yes, definitely Jess. As Laura Evans, and we're going to have a free space, 3 seconds. Something here has been called.
I saw two hands go up. Was that some?
So we had, I had a 3 second up the top in. I reckon down the bottom there was a free space. But either way.
Look at the setup here. Stick out in front, not ready to shoot.
And again, bang, pops it down the bottom. And Laura Evans
good enough.
Just gets her first of the game. And we see here on the Living Choice instant replay. But yes, you're right. Look, you look at where the stick is. They're just, you've got to bring it up to cock it up to push it down, and if you start in a shooting position, you can take one step.
What do I know? She scored anyway.
Yep, but a minute to go here in this third term, and this game's actually gone really quickly.
It has.
It feels like it's actually gone.
Cow rung in the background, and they both jumped. They both jumped. They didn't.
Yes.
They didn't want to break.
So ball up in the air. It'll be a big win here from Glenelg if they can get this ball and get it in their stick. If they can get another one here before three-quarter time.
Yeah, no panic. This has to be last shot here.
When they have possession, do you almost call a timeout there as a coach? How many timeouts do you get in the women's game, Chicks?
Probably one.
Just one?
I think so.
One per half? Oh.
That's good recovery. I like the cartwheel.
Great recovery, but inside, Julie Christie. And that's going to be, thought that was going to be free space there for a minute, but the time beats it.
Last 30 seconds after Daisy the cow has her turn. You can, the cash cow.
Cash cow.
If you can cash in when
on
the
cow rings.
Yeah, it's a massive goal either way.
It is. And some goal scorers for this evening at the moment on the Glenelg side. We've got Laura Evans with 1, Kara Mortimer with 2, Kata Polsky with 1, the first one of the game, and Bonnie Wells just 1 in the second and 1 in the third for 2. And on the Wilderness side, we've got Sarah Falcioni with 3. We've got Jess Page, she had the first one for the game and with her 1. Julie Christie with 1, and Hannah Goff got hers in the first quarter, as did most of the Wilderness players, and they've only got 1 goal in the last 2 quarters, so they'll be looking at being a bit more offensively structured come to this last quarter if they're going to take out this game.
And what about the catch at first hit? Oh, no, sorry, what about the traditional verandas and carports, roofing and guttering, live pole, Marty? What was the... Okay, we're going to go.
Let's see the sponsor.
John Wood here for Living Choice Fullerton, a luxury retirement village which is set to become the most exclusive retirement living address in Adelaide. Keith, what's your verdict?
I'm impressed, John. These apartments really do have the wow factor, and you can choose from spacious one-bedroom apartments through to ultra-luxurious penthouses.
Location, luxury, lifestyle and living well. Once again, Living Choice has ticked all the boxes.
Come and have a look.
And welcome back here for what is going to be a massive catch at first slip. No, we're not watching the cricket right now, although for those who aren't watching, England 4 for 40 at the moment, chasing about 180. So go the Aussies, just as we spoke to the young Aussie girls earlier in the game. But we have a game on here, and it is Wildy currently leaving, as we can see up there. Look at that, Mr. Brankovic, as if we need to see us watching the cricket. We have a game on here, and it is 7 the way of Wilderness, 6 the way of Glenelg. Obviously, Wildy getting their 6 in the first quarter, so they've been shut down pretty much from there, and Glenelg have certainly been eking it back. But comes up to this game, and obviously with a minor premiership on the line.
Wildy have been good. But the brilliance of Carly Evans. Late in that second quarter, early in the third, when there was still a lot of pressure on, she had 4 or 5 big saves. And, that's the difference between winning these games and losing these games. And maybe it's down to that magic stick. Well, Glenelg's game is riddled with turnovers at the moment. I think if Glenelg can settle the ball a little more, transitioning, spend a little more time in offense rather than getting to that tracking heat. Their matchup seems to be pretty good now with Wildy's offense. I reckon they can push a little bit more off ball.
Yep.
But it's going to go down the wire.
It's going to go down the wire, and there definitely is something to play for. It's going to be pivotal for this quarter. Yep. And if Glenelg can get one away early, that really does put Wildy on the back foot, given the fact that they've only scored 1 goal in the last 2 quarters.
Polsky's influence has been good since coming into the centre draw.
Just like she did in the first quarter, got the ball straight out and
double straight on.
Straight under double pressure.
Good D there.
Just open up a break here and sport.
And that is next weekend, Tony?
It is, as we see here, and I can hear you, mate, and I think our viewers can hear. If you can't hear Shix, as we see there, bang.
Yep,
there's one there, and Julie Chris, maybe that Living Choice player of the match tonight, with her 4th.
Good shot, great shot there on the left.
On the left even.
Over top, a bounce shot over the left hip there, off stick side, perfect.
And out to a 2-goal game here. So Glenelg are going to have to do some work to get that one back, and then get another one and send this into. Although we don't have overtime in the women's game, so that won't work for Glenelg either for the minor premiership if they draw this game.
Broadcast keeps dropping out.
Broadcast just dropping out slightly. So as we have the ball here and a big swoosh there, as we see Bonnie Wells pick up the ball, kicks it to Jamie Denning. And is this sort of set up for Jamie Denning, where she really hasn't got on the scoreboard? Well, done some fantastic things.
The 3 big guns working well. Mortimer at X with the ball. 2-woman game up the top there with a little pick. Came on no chance.
She must have known that we were having a bit of a chat about her then, and said, right, while I'm being talked about, here's a little bit more for your replay.
Try and keep you quiet.
So
big centre draws from now on.
Well, I must say, while that's going up in the air, so we've got some
open the front corner, she can get to it. Good D though, Wilderness, great pressure.
So he kicks it over
correct.
So they must know that there's a cracking game on LSA TV, and they've got their 75-inch televisions tuned to LSA TV live on the YouTube and Facebook.
Hard to track down out here too with their VPNs. They
just
come in from all over the world.
Silently coming in from the world. So how do we go? How do we go with our as Glenelg just go about their work to put another one on the board here? Okay, so we can't get the poll results at the moment, and there we go. Jamie Denning just flicking that one over. The ball to be won on the ground. That had a fair bit of heat on that pass.
Have a look at the wheels here. Great running.
Oh,
yes,
and a big save to be had here, Christie. Oh, Evans. Evans in the crease.
Lacrosse, what a game.
Why would you play anything else right there? One-on-one. That was set up to win the game, and there we go. Just an inherent out the other side there. So we're going to have a whistle here as well. So Glenelg will keep the ball. That was a great contest down there, wasn't it?
Oh, the whole lot. The
ball movement.
The running from Jasmine Newhart was sensational.
And found.
Yeah. So let's see if little DJ can do the same thing.
So Evans with another massive save in the context of this game. Certainly putting her hand up for the Living Choice player of the match.
One hand on it, I think.
But Kata Polsky,
Probably didn't need to shoot that,
just, but great pick up there from Mortimer. And she'll try and draw space here, because if she gets an opportunity to get inside, she will certainly take every one of them. So looks inside to Bonnie. Just nails the keeper in the hip.
Went round on with heat, just needed to place.
So opportunities, you only get so many, Mr. Schickett.
Poor execution there. That's a big one to level the game. What was she thinking?
So speaking of thinking,
Bryony Chamberlain, forever thinking, how am I going to get this ball out of my stick? Wildy, again, look how organised they are. Nice and wide, create space.
There's a great one there from Hannah Goff.
She's
but her Australian comrade there, and Dana Johnson, knew where she was going, and she's not going to give anything up.
Knew much. Is it? No, that is the...
So we've got Bryony still having she's good patience here. And while this is happening, it's winding the clock down, Chicks. They still hold a 1-goal advantage, so there's one over the back. Oh, that's a great outlet. Hannah Goff just probably lost that in the lights, to be honest. As Evans picks it up. Evans needs to find someone here, and she does that Wells. Get it? Does that Wells.
BMW parked in the middle of the field.
And Kata Polsky just off the backside here, getting the ball down through X. So good team lacrosse at the moment from their offence.
Well, the skill level's picked up here, Tone. There is something on the line, and they'll want it. But Wildy have been good.
Wildy have been very good.
Silvestri, Mortimer.
Looking inside. There we go. Dane. Oh, that one's off the helmet. Kicks it over to Polsky. They just need to settle it a little. Oh, just pumps it inside again. So they're going to not call that a shot. That is going to be a pass.
No, they should. That was a terrible ball to the crease.
That was a pass at the best of times, and it wasn't a great one, was it?
No, it was just terrible.
She probably would have been better off putting it in the cage.
Well, you've just had a great little set of offence. You've had a great open shot on the cage. You've sconned the goalie in the head.
Yeah, really good cut there from Dana Johnson.
You're lucky enough to get the ball back. Relax and go again. Nice and settled here.
Oh, another big outlet through the middle. That's happened to no one coming to her. Oh, Carly Evans. She is massive. She is massive at the moment for her Glenelg Seahawks. And I can tell you, if they happen to get up in this game, everyone better get down that end and get around her, because she has been very, very good in the cage.
This is Wilderness do very well. They pack back very quickly. Look at that. First 5 back. Wildy D.
They've got a massive amount of pace in this Wildy team, haven't they?
They do. Well, I mean, and they utilise it so well with that wide spread clear, isolate, they go one-on-one, they create huge space. This is what Glenelg needs to be, more patient, more control.
And they need to be moving off the ball. They're sort of watching to see.
Oh, the boss. They're watching the boss. Watch her hand movements off the stick.
But
you go here, you go there.
But you watch everyone here at the moment is watching and waiting for one person to do something.
Yep.
They're sort of who's going to, where's that person going to stand up? And Bonnie just getting around the outside. Good defence there from...
They're waiting for unlucky for
oh, nice on the backside there from Johnson.
So
But they need to move the ball on here, don't they? They need to keep moving the ball on and keep the defence under pressure.
Well, they got the ball in the stick now, so creativity will come. The double
There it
will
is,
come.
steps
the
down.
open girl she'll find.
Nice, move it on.
No problem.
Drive again.
Set up. Let's go again.
Just don't need to pump the crease.
That's it. Promote the ball.
Kick
through
the
X.
ball. Oh, nice cut there from Mortimer. Bang, quick stick. And that's wrapped one over the shoulder.
She does have one over the shoulder, Tony. It's a very good one too.
Because I think at the moment, just to put them on the cage and put the goalie under pressure here would be advantageous.
It would be.
You only get limited opportunities, Mr. Sugar. You get so many golden rungs. If you don't take the most of them, often it goes down the other end and
you're
someone
right.
else find
I mean,
one.
Bonnie Wells is a good enough player to create her own options and opportunities. So they got the
Silvestri
switch, and now they got the
kicking
matchup.
it. Wells.
Bonnie isolated, not on.
Dana Johnson with pace to burn on Ilya. Just a little push there. Yep, we're going to have the push called. So that's going to be advantageous for the Seahawks,
Yes.
potentially.
No, it's a good foul. It's a foul to give. No real shot on there. Defender will crash nice and quickly. It'll be all okay.
I'm thinking
Ball
Karen
go through
Mortimer.
X.
I'm thinking Karen Mortimer on the backside here. No. Certainly opened up. So Glenelg with some patience. We've got a 3-second here as well. Hannah Goff just wearing the wrath there.
She does a lot. She helps out a lot. She talks well. She plays great D. And sometimes she finds herself just caught between two.
She can kick the ball. She can kick the ball over here. Oh, looks inside. Evans. No.
Get out and set up. 1-on-1 if she can get it.
But it's a race on here. Carly Evans coming out the cage.
Oh, body contact. Shot.
Oh, over the top. And that'll be a Glenelg ball.
She is too. Bonnie
Really
Wells
good from Bonnie.
doing it at both ends.
4 minutes to go here in the last quarter. We still have a 8-7 game the way of Wildy. But Glenelg certainly with plenty of opportunities. And,
Johnson, go up the middle.
and there we go. Use your pace on Silvestri. And she's got plenty of pace to burn.
Laura
She's
Evans
drawn 3.
Needed to make space. Didn't.
So kicks it down the back here to Beckett. And Beckett just loses the handle of the ball for a second. So she's been good this year, but obviously one of those younger brigade coming through for the Seahawks.
Bonnie Wells spent. Brody Brovnik comes down.
So we've got Chelsea Gilbert coming on for Bonnie Wells. And there we go. We're going to have coming into the offense. They haven't picked her up yet. Silvestri just gets Chelsea Gilbert now, but pops around the outside. And there's not going to be a backup there. That's going to be a Wildy ball and not much angle to shoot at there. So that goal has been, you might want to just fix up that goal there because that's well off centre. So we see there, when she's coming around the corner, that goal is well off centre there. We're going to have to fix that up because that's not on its line. And the ball is still going, but a clear to be had. Certainly wouldn't want to turn over here with that goal the way it's facing at the moment. Although Falcione says, oh, I might go down the other way. And she's got Dana Johnson and another big one there. Carly Evans. How big has she been?
Game saver.
So ball to come down this end, and I think the goalie should actually be probably grabbing that and putting it on its line, maybe.
Well, they do have to pull the game up here.
So you'd probably have to stop the game here to put that goal back on its line because it's well off its line. Anyway, back down the other end. It's not going to harm anything when the ball's down there. 2 minute.
Cash cow.
He's been rung, and Wildy looking at what you would say would be an upset this time of the year against a Bayes outfit that kicks up the top.
Just haven't come to play, have they? 6-1 first quarter, haven't been able to catch up. Although, Tony, a draw will give Glenelg, I believe, minor premiership because they are
hold a 2-1 advantage over Brighton.
Advantage. They'll end up on equal points.
So, but to do that, they need to get the ball in the stick, and at the moment, Evans has come out of the cage trying to shut one down, and there's an advantage for a push there, and Silvestri can just keep running the ball around and around and around and around and around. And there's no stall call in the women's game. So
easy outlet through X. Terrible manning.
Terrible man. The ball is trickling towards the sideline. Gee, so
run the ball down.
That was probably not the play from Wildy there to try and
three
prop the ball.
Glenelg
Three Glenelg defenders under
It's
pressure.
just
There's an
absolutely
advantage there too, and the ball has hit the deck. There you go. Sarah Falcioni picks up the ball, but with the advantage.
So that is poor manning. 30 to go.
And 8-7. Wildy over
The task is too
the
much.
Bays. They don't need to go to the cage, and
It's the stick they needed in time.
Glenelg need to push here. 30-second clock's about to come on the field, so Glenelg need the ball away. The Wildy have done a fantastic job to eke out this last couple of minutes of gameplay.
Yeah. Well
But
thought
they
out.
really need to push this ball, because if they don't get it back in the back of their stick, and great play there from Wildy, they're just going to hold this ball out, and they're going to end up the season at 2-1 against Glenelg.
Down there in defence.
And there we go, the final
Very
whistle.
Good outcome. For
And
the Lacrosse Club.
from our things calculations, Brighton now win the minor premiership.
Minor victory, because it still doesn't change.
Doesn't change the
matchups.
1-2s, but certainly not the way you want to be running into a final situation.
Well, Wilderness just showed you there that it was a little bit of planning and execution of game plans, Tony. That was
And to be honest, like every game in the world,
nice
a
little
big
wake
chance,
up
aren't
call. Nice little wake up call to a Seahawks outfit. There was a little cock-a-hoot possibly coming into this game.
Just a little. Oh, look, for me, Sarah Falcioni was pretty good down.
Well, she threw goals. Hannah Goff was great.
Hannah Goff was really good.
Mountain of work.
Julie Christie was good.
Julie Christie was good. Jess Page was dominant early when that first six goals went through. She was dominant in the face.
Yeah, Jess Page was really good across the ground all day.
Yep.
So probably what we're saying there is it's a pretty good team effort, isn't it?
A very good team effort. And I like the bite my tongue, dare I say it, the lesser likes. The younger girls.
Newmarch
is fantastic.
really good. Eliza.
Eliza was fantastic. Lucinda Silvestri was very good as well.
Yeah. So.
And Bryony Chamberlain's so controlled.
Right. We'll see. On the other hand, Carly Evans was really good too in a losing side. So I don't know.
Carly Evans was fantastic.
Julie Christie.
It is.
I reckon Julie Christie had to grab her. We might just go through the scorers here. As I said, if you've just tuned into our live feed, you've missed a fantastic game. And we see Wilderness running out 8-7 winners over Glenelg. Goal scorers for this evening for the losing team. Jamie Dinning with 1, Laura Evans with 1, Karen Mortimer with 2, and Karen Mortimer was another one that played really well tonight. She had a great game. Apolsky with 1, Bonnie Wells, so does that even out the goal? No, it doesn't. And on the Wilderness side, we had Sarah Falcioni with 4, Jess Page with 1, did a mountain of work across the thing. Julie Christie, she got 1, and Hannah Goff got 2 early in the first quarter, but that win was definitely set up in the first quarter. And we see here that, obviously we've got two big games tomorrow between Glenelg and Woodville, and Mr. Shiger, you'll be coaching one of them, so that's a huge game, that knockout first final.
It will be a big game,
against a Woodville side that a cock-a-hoot coming into the finals, and then we have Burnside and Brighton in the late game tomorrow night down at Glenelg. And here we have Julie Christie. Hey, number 1. We've given you the Living Choice Player of the match tonight.
I feel honoured. Thank you.
So you should. You did a fantastic job out there, and plenty of work up and down the ground. It's got a bit scrappy, but your team's first quarter, 6-1, was outstanding.
First quarter. Came out the blocks, Julie. Amazing, wasn't it? 6-1. You guys have some plans coming into this game? Who to look after, who not to, offensively?
Yeah, so I guess this is the third time we've seen Glenelg, right?
Yeah,
so 1-1 going in. You kind of said, let's have fun.
Yeah.
We're just as good as they are up and down the field. And
fantastic.
So play a smart Willie game.
Next weekend.
Next weekend.
Next weekend.
So first week of finals.
Yeah.
You're still here, are you, for finals?
Maybe this is where I tell everyone I leave tomorrow for
Wow.
San Francisco
Yeah.
for 2 weeks, so I'm not here for finals.
Oh.
JC.
Team the best of luck.
We were going to say JC.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
It was a female, but
Yeah, do you guys have some other good jokes during the game?
We've got
No.
we're not that
No,
funny.
no.
Well, looking, but that's why they put the camera on. Yeah, but look, fantastic game, and you've just knocked Glenelg out of the minor premiership also.
I didn't know that. Oh,
So,
wow.
so Brighton now take the minor premiership, although it doesn't affect the finals matchups. So they had everything to play for tonight, and
Glenelg, you'll miss that one as well.
Missed that one as well.
so straight back for the grand final.
For the grand complete that they can pull it out.
Who looks after the girls' game night? Bench-wise, coach-wise? You got
Oh, so Jess Page coaches on field,
Yes.
and then on the side we have Lisa Penez,
Okay.
and
good.
then also Megan Opie, who's injured right now. So
Very good.
We saw Megan didn't play tonight. She was
Yeah.
obviously named.
And who else didn't play? Ash.
Ash did not play either. No.
Barrett.
Yeah.
So you got.
So there's a couple to come back.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you get those back for the finals.
Hopefully.
Excellent.
Very good.
Excellent.
Excellent work, Julie. Fantastic game from you girls. First quarter's fantastic.
Yep.
And I love the clear. I love Bryony setting you guys up wide.
You know what?
Give
And
yourself
didn't
huge
miss one
chance,
tonight.
yeah.
Didn't miss an outlet.
I just
tonight.
missed the shots, which is, you know, the,
Well,
the
Carly
end
Evans,
result.
how good was she tonight?
She was a
Goal.
brick wall.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
game goes to
Super-
her.
Super work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. She was close, wasn't she?
She was close. We were
close.
we were tossing up, but on a losing side, you know, she did a great job. But we thought over the ground tonight, up and back, and you got one on the board. So.
Ah.
And that was a fantastic goal, grabbing it down low from Sarah
Trying
there,
to be a
and
little
just
bit sly, I guess.
popping it
yeah.
in. No, it was good. It was a great catch down here in the centre, and probably not the best fed ball in the world, but you
No.
made something out of nothing, and
Yeah.
that's what.
Absolutely. Back up your
That's-
teammates, right?
That is why you're here as the Living Choice Player of the Round. So
Thank you.
we'll
Cheers, Christy.
we
Well
wish
done.
you all the best for potentially a grand final in a couple of
Yeah,
weeks if you're back.
Same thing.
Other than that, have fun in San Francisco.
Thank you.
How could
Thank
you
you.
not get
I
some
know.
clam chowder?
Good
and
to see friends and family. You know,
Yeah,
it's been a
and-
while, so
Went to San Fran in 2014, and
And then back
Great
to
city.
Adelaide, or you back to?
I'll be back to Adelaide.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you.
So I'll be here.
Lovely. Righto. Well,
Excellent.
good luck.
Thank you.
Fight jet lag.
I'll
Get
try
fit and
hard.
fresh. Good.
Exactly.
Couple of
Exactly.
runs up and down the San Fran street
Yep.
to get you in good shape.
especially
Yep.
that crooked one
Yeah, the crooked one, Lombard Street.
on Bar Street.
Yeah.
Very good.
All right, well, we'll let you go back to your teammates,
Thank
and congratulations on tonight. Fantastic effort, and hopefully we'll see you in a couple of weeks in a grand final.
Hopefully.
All right,
Good job.
thanks,
guys.
Julie.
Good job, JC.
Cheers.
Is this on tape?
It is now. Look at that. Hey.
Thank you.
All right, as we wrap it up here from the North Adelaide Lacrosse Club, great job there from the Wilderness Lacrosse Club to get over the Glenelg Lacrosse Club, and so Glenelg now will look. Glenelg now will go into a semi-final with that double chance against Brighton, and
So-
obviously Wildy coming up against Woodville.
I think the Glenelg girls would be feeling a little more confident playing against a Brighton outfit, having beaten them twice this year. Wilderness, for some reason, gives them some. Maybe it's their speed of foot. I think Woody nice and quick. They stretch Glenelg. Good game plans. Going down 2-1 to Woody this year, so Glenelg will be happy to see Julie Christie not playing it in 2 weeks' time. Should they meet?
Should they meet? Yeah, absolutely. And obviously tomorrow, big games.
Two big games in the men's
And,
men's matchup.
You're
both
looking
on-
forward to that challenge?
Of course, yeah. This is what we play for,
It's
right?
finals
we
lacrosse.
We're here. It's a bit of a different format this year with the men's state league playing a week
Yeah,
earlier than
and
everybody
a
else.
few night games.
few night
Like
games. So
obviously the prelims back out here. So
Yep.
if you get over the line against Woodville tomorrow,
Yes.
you'll play the loser of Brighton and Glenelg back out here.
which will be a great game too. Burnside, Brighton. You've coached against both teams.
Yeah, in the last 3 weeks, sort of had both teams.
Yep.
And with Sturt, and obviously we had Glenelg just before that. So I've had a good chance over the last 4 weeks or 5 weeks to see
Yep.
where the teams are at. We played Brighton last week, and what was almost a thriller in the end, we were only 12-11 down with a minute 48 to go, and Jared Pringrazio had an opportunity to tie it up.
Wow.
Chippy had a massive save, went down the other end, pushed out,
Yep.
got a penalty, 2-minute penalty, and they scored two in that man up. But
Can happen so
certainly,
quickly, can't it?
certainly some cracks there, and Brighton do that to you.
Yep.
But Burnside were crisp a couple of weeks before, and their ball movement and ball use, and you've obviously played them up at Miller Reserve a couple of weeks ago, so there's some
They've got some revenge
recent
on their mind, haven't
history
they?
there. They've 7-5, and
Yep.
you know they haven't actually got a state league premiership yet. So this is the year that they're probably, with some of those older players coming through that squad, they'll want to get it done, and they'll certainly have some thought processes because they played Brighton 3 years ago and went down to them. They played you guys last year and went down to them. So, they've had a couple of opportunities in that grand final, and I think tomorrow, the second game tomorrow between Brighton and Glenelg between Brighton and Burnside is going to be an absolutely cracking game, and right up today, I think it's going to go to that golden goal. And I don't know, having seen Brighton and Burnside, I think the crispness of Burnside's ball movement was outstanding 3 weeks ago, and any mistakes you make, they make you pay at the moment.
I think they're running pretty hot at the moment. They were good against us. Brighton were good against us. 1 goal game, I think, both of those. So, I think it just levels itself for a good final series, doesn't it? Woodville aren't without their chances too. I mean,
it's finals lacrosse, isn't it? And at the end of the day, funny things happen. People's mindsets and matchups, and sometimes you find heroes in finals.
You do. Pressure builds diamonds, they say. So.
And obviously Woodville, there's been a fair bit of speak over the week that they've got the strongest team they've had probably since they played us, in round 4 or whatever it was, where they had nearly their entire squad. Obviously Lincoln Potter, I believe, has gone back.
Yeah,
so Dave Gow goes into the cage.
Okay, so that's interesting that they have the strongest team without Lincoln Potter. I'm sure he'd be happy to hear that.
Yeah, no, I'm as I said, I think Dave Gow, though, as a replacement, quality goalkeeper over the years. But then again, they lose a long stick in that. But that's for you to work out those matchups tomorrow. We wish you all the best for the final series, and it's always good coming to this time of the year, and to be able to bring lots of light. So do yourself a favour, get down to the Glenelg Lacrosse Club tomorrow, 3 o'clock. We have, as you can see on the screen there, 3 o'clock. We have Glenelg taking on Woodville in the knockout final. Winner of that goes on to the prelim final to play here at North Adelaide the following week. Burnside and Brighton after that. It's going to be a cracking game at 6 p.m. as the lights just start to kick in down there at the Glenelg Lacrosse Club. The loser of that will find themselves down here against the winner of the first semi, and the winner will go on and have a week off. And we look forward to bringing you all that live action from here at North Adelaide, and obviously the women's next week as well from the Brighton Lacrosse Club. So stay tuned to Lacrosse SA TV for all your live lacrosse action, and I'm sure at some point, Mr. Schicker, you will find yourself behind a microphone, whether it be
hopefully for the women, not for the men.
That's what I'm saying, for the women, and then for the men, who knows? We may be interviewing you again, because I think this will be the first time that Glenelg has gone three-peat.
Should we get the chance?
Should you get that opportunity?
Should we get the chance? That's right. I think the club has been starved of a bit of success. So, only the second time back-to-back last year's, and certainly never done a three-peat, which are hard to come by.
They're hard enough to make.
They are.
They're bloody hard to win.
So we'll give it our best shot, and we'll see where we end up.
All right, so we're going to wrap it up here from the beautiful Glenelg from North Adelaide Lacrosse Club. We'll see you live and free tomorrow night on the Lacrosse SA TV. To all the guys helping out tonight, Braden Munn, who's on the camera, Alan up there at the moment, just watching us, and Marty Baker producing, and to everyone else who came in tonight, all the Aussie girls. And we're so proud of what they've done over the last 6 weeks, and with their lead up into that. So we look forward to watching them all throughout the final series. And obviously to Craig Schicker, thank you very much for tonight, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
I'm sure we may have a chat tomorrow at some point. So until then, look after yourselves, and we'll see you on LSA TV, live and free, or down at Glenelg Lacrosse Club for what will be some great men's live action.
Good job, Tony.